What's good, family? It's Wealth Whispers again, bringing you another step for us learning together this financial mess. If you don't have a plan, you plan to fail. So we're going to tackle budgeting today. We're going to focus on the average income for a single person as reported by Fidelity and the world population. So following the same scheme, following the same income amount, however, moving to seasonal income. And so for people who are just curious, seasonal workers make a bulk of their funds within a very short window of the year. Rather, for farmers, it'd be harvest season, and they have the ability to then sell their product, their produce, or if it is contractors, for instance, if you are people who do HVAC, or if you do roofing, if you do anything like that, that is usually done in particular seasons unless you travel, right? So potentially most times they make a bulk of their funds within a certain window of time. Or if you're a tax preparer, for instance, and you make a lot of your money or all of your money for the year during tax season, this is a good way where you can budget yourself so that you make all of this money within this very, very short time, but you have to spread it out over the year. This is how you take care of yourself, okay? So instead of taking your entire check month over month during these peak seasons, you want to recalculate what your deductions need to be for your active income months and divide them over a 12-month period. In English, that means you take the amount of money that you're making in these seasonal months, if you 6 months out of the year, to make math easy, right? And you make $60,000 a year to keep math simple, then you make $10,000 a month for each of those months. Okay? You still want to budget. You budget as if you made $5,000 a month, because 6 times 2 is 12, which would take care of the other 6 months of the year where there's no active income. Okay? And then outside of that, all the other rules still apply. So for seasonal budgets, we do want to focus on something a little different though. For the seasonal budget, your ideal model, instead of the 50-30-20 model like it was for the fixed income, because they have things like PTO, they have things that protects their income so that they can continue to make it year round. For seasonal professionals, with the exception of teachers, it is much more imperative during your months of peak season that you adjust for the emergencies happening during the non-income months. You don't want to be 3 months into your 6 months and something major happened and you have no allocated funds saved up for this potential tragedy, emergency, or what have you. And then you have to wait a whole nother 3 months in order to, or you're rushing, scrambling, and stressing to make additional income because we didn't budget accordingly, right? So for this model, we want to stick to a 50-10-40 strategy. 40 is for our savings, 10 is for our wants, and then 50 is for our needs. Ideally, and I do stress ideally. Now, of course, reality for the people who have vehicles, once again, then that again bumps up our needs category to a 70%. Okay, but we need to adjust once again. Our wants category need to be moved down to 5%. And then our our savings category needs to go to 25%. Okay, with the emphasis and the additional allocated funds into our emergency fund. You want to move to about 6 to 8 months minimum of available active income saved up just in case. of whatever. Just thank you, Lordy money, if you will. Or, safeguard money, or however you want a peace of mind. We want to have an increased focus on our emergency fund for 6 to 8 months. That's the goal. So outside of your needs, your main focus is to build in your active and peak income season, the first one that you have, or the next one that you have. You need to be intensely growing your emergency fund to 6 to 8 months of available income as fast as possible. That's to keep yourself at peace of mind, so that when you work, you can work as diligently and as beautifully and as pleasantly as you need to. Okay? So that's seasonal. I hope that helps. So this is another edition, another time, another class, another conversation of Wealth Whispers. My name is Ryan. Some people call me So. I look forward to our continued conversations.